Hello, Fiedelbogen here. To my fellow workers in the vineyard, worldwide, greetings. We all need to make up our minds. Every last one of us. Every last one of us is either one thing or the other, feminist or not feminist. There is no middle ground. There are no shades of gray. There are no blurred lines. There is no fence to sit upon. You are either a feminist or you are not. What does this mean in practice? In practice, it means that you should take 1 second, at the very most, to make your decision. If I were to inquire, "Are you a feminist?" you would respond either yes or no in a flash. If you need to pause and think about it, then you might as well just call yourself a feminist until you finally get your head straight. The force which pulls you instinctively away from feminism ought to be so strong that it operates instantaneously. It ought to be second nature. Naturally, we'd rather you were not a feminist at all, but the important thing is to make your mind up. It is not nearly so bad to be a feminist as to be a fence sitter. So, do you think it is a good idea to drive a wedge down the middle of the human race and alienate men and women from each other? Do you think it is a good idea to insinuate that most of the world's problems flow from a male source? Do you think it is a good idea to treat woman-hating as a moral felony, but treat man-hating as a social misdemeanor? Do you think it is a good idea to encourage the growth of fatherless families? Do you think it is a good idea to prop up your political agenda with false statistics? Do you think it is a good idea to corrupt the criminal justice system with anti-male ideological bias? Do you think it is a good idea to empower women with no clear limits and no stipulations about using that power responsibly? Do you think it is a good idea to insult and slander women of conscience who disown feminism or say stiff things about it? Finally, do you think it is a good idea to pretend that feminism bears no relation to any of the creepy things we have listed here? If your first impulse is to say, "That's not what feminism really is," then you had best declare yourself a feminist and withdraw to the private enjoyment of your private understanding. As you can see, the decision to call yourself feminist or not call yourself that is fraught with some very heavy moral underpinnings. It's a decision of serious consequence in either direction, which admits of no dithering, dilly-dallying, or shilly-shallying. Are you feminist or are you non-feminist? Please make your mind up and be pleased to declare your standpoint frequently where it is appropriate to do so. As non-feminist men and women, the moral vehemence of our opposition to feminism is the force field which binds us together. Regrettably, we don't yet fully agree on what feminism is. We have not yet reached target consensus. I repeat, not yet. But despite our differences, we are in full agreement that a show of solidarity will impress the gravitas of the occasion upon the other side. It will make them sit up a little bit straighter, and it will cause them to moderate their tone when they speak to us. Yes, a Popular Front non-feminist coalition. That's the ticket. Are you a feminist or are you a non-feminist? That bedrock question is where it all begins. Take care and we shall talk again later. Fiedelbogen, out, 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 out.